everyone.
Really, Timmy? So who wants to take
Hello,
over his job?
everyone, and welcome to Songwoven.
Breathe, Timmy,
Which
breathe.
one? Which one's this?
Lanya.
Lanya! The Lanya dating show.
Yeah! Oh, we're shaking it up.
No.
Dating show!
No!
Lanya
No.
dating show.
All right.
Yes.
Do this. All right. Our three lucky. What are they? What do they call it on the show?
Contestants.
These three mega-daters. These dating contestants are gonna.
Will they find love?
Will they find? I hope so. In this
love
maze.
among robots. Love among bots.
Mm-hmm. What's that one thing called? Warm Hearts. It was about a zombie. This one's a cold cold modulator or something. Cold cores.
Cold cores.
All right. Well, hello everyone. Welcome to Songwoven Expedition. I am Tim Dungeon. I'm your Lord Weaver. That's what my fucking name says right on the box, right there. It says it. You can see it right in front of me. Everything's gonna be so good. Everything's gonna be so great. Everyone, I've been thinking lately, like, I need someone to help me find the fun in voiceover. Someone who's watched a lot of anime.
God, Timothy. I swear to God.
What are you
doing?
laughing
about? What are you doing? Tim, what's about to happen? Tim!
Oh, there's someone who can help me
Tim!
do that.
Tim, please, Tim! Is this why you were messing with the overlay?
Everyone introducing!
Tim, what the fuck?
Emma from Moscow!
Oh, okay. If you pull up my resume one more goddamn time on this fucking stream, I swear to Christ!
It's not your resume. It's one version of your bio.
Stop!
See, this is why I just don't have a personal website.
Hi,
don't worry,
I'm Heather in Moscow. I'm happy to be here when I'm not
the anime expert.
When I'm not being professionally modded out.
I just need someone to help me find the fun in voiceover.
Stop it! He went to my work's website.
Oh, that's where the wording comes from.
My work's website.
It states that you watch a lot of anime.
On my work's website. I will never be free from Tim Duntran.
No.
We're gonna be streaming in like 40 plus years, and Tim will be like, "Hey, remember back in 2026, Emma, when you said that dumb fucking thing in a YouTube interview?"
You know, anytime you have to like apply for jobs down the line years later, they're gonna be like, why is your resume like password and encrypted and stuff?
Like, Tim Duntran, that's why.
And then you'll be like, it doesn't work. It doesn't stop him.
Nothing stops this man.
His budget only increases. Anyways, and then there's also JT.
Woo!
And somehow Timmy found his resume.
I'm waiting for the twist on that because I know it's gonna be there.
JT, isn't it interesting that you were a part of? Never mind. JT.
Whoa!
Gerard.
That's my last name.
Gerard.
That one.
I just want everyone to know I don't have anything on JT at the moment. I do, but my mind can access it right now. But I promise none of this is blackmail. Disclaimer: I do not blackmail any of my fellow cast members on this show. I don't do any of that. I don't.
For context,
do any of that.
My resume's private, so he can't pull that up on me. He has found stuff from when I was in school.
Sure, yeah, I don't have your resume.
I, on the other hand,
I know you don't because it would have told me if you had gone on my LinkedIn.
That's blackmail.
That's blackmail.
I, on the other hand, have like a wealth of stories I share about Timmy to embarrass him instead. So
Yeah.
That's how she combats.
Don't go after. I don't go after Jenny.
You don't have to go after his girlfriend because he knows.
because I win.
Because I win. Because I'm a winner, baby.
All right, everyone. Now that we have sufficiently stated that there is no blackmail going on in this loving circle of likely friends, friends who have grown closer over the bombs of time and who have all the bombs of time and who have all gotten closer through adversity and just love and I'm fucking emotional. Well, look at me. Look at me. I'm an emotional guy.
It's gonna be a night, huh?
Today's gonna be a shorter session, I feel.
Everyone, I'm gonna be completely honest. What the fuck? All right. Yeah, I'm like 4 feet tall, and I wait. What? I just saw that. I just read the first thing. Okay, I'm out of it. But some of my best games have been there when I am the in. I'm out. Fuck!
So today's gonna be a shorter session, guys.
We're so the moment we see Timmy losing it, we're done.
We're so grateful you tuned in. A quick recap from what happened last time. Last time was a bit of a nightmare for our players and our crew.
It's awful.
Everything went wrong.
I laughed about it all night.
Tim enjoyed it as our lovely lore weaver, our LW.
You did not.
Not really.
But the players had a rough time.
Anxiety.
I love going unconscious in turn 1, and then also someone else going unconscious in turn 1 immediately afterwards.
And
that was
being
fun.
Just me.
Yeah, so both Jean-Claude, our paladin, and Cecilia, our cleric, both the people with the only ones with healing capabilities went down, leaving Delmar, our barbarian, left standing.
I was full health. Health.
We had many a hit point. Let me make this clear. We were not low. We had many a hit point, and we had just we had tried to negotiate with the Is it arbiter?
Venator.
The Venator, who is an automaton. Unlike the rest, he's not like other girls who has connections to.
He's so fetch.
He's so fetch. Who has connections to Jean-Claude's want and desire to find his niece Cecilia, except unfortunately the Venator interprets that as hunting, so he is hunting those three. And we were hunted. It was really rough. It eventually led to the three of us sprinting and running and hiding in a series of shops. I think we went down how many times, Jenny? Twice?
I only went unconscious one time.
You went down twice, Emma.
I went down twice, yeah. So we took some heavy hits. At one point, poor Delmar was left the only one standing, alluding to a secret backstory moment that we don't know about, but we can surmise had to do with something regarding leadership and trauma and losing those he was supposed to take care of. After escaping through a series of shops, the Venator got into it with a guardsman, right?
Yeah, the
Watchman. See, this is why I'm so lucky I have great friends, guys, because words don't make sense in my mind. That's why Jenny's got the notes.
Notebook. I didn't take many notes last time. Like, normally they're pretty long, and this one's just that.
We went down. That's the note.
We die.
We die. We were able to, yes, but we did get to fly. We were able to get to the wall before attacked by another horde of automatons who were out for blood. We cast the fly spell. Jean-Claude took both of his compatriots under his arms, and we shot up into the sky. We almost got shot at again by someone else again.
By a watchman with its spear that basically just makes you freeze in place, which is totally not
bad.
broken.
Okay.
But Dalmar...
But Dalmar threw his really cool lightning pickaxe that's like a boomerang.
Totally isn't backstory related.
Not that we would know. And he flung it, and it boomeranged back, and we were able to get over the wall to safety. All of us pretty shaken. And then there was a bit of a flash to a cutscene with these random people that we met. These 2 random people we met for 5 seconds. One a lady, one a bro guarding a lady.
Dan, Loran, and Kari.
Those names of people.
Maribin.
But she woke up, and she went, oh, and she awoken, and the players are hoping she can help us out, because right now, we're a little freaked out about how we're supposed to, yes, one of them is a hot dad with a minivan, Dragmeyer. Right now, we're a bit confused about how to fix the situation, because one, the Watchmen are incredibly powerful, and we weren't even supposed to 1v1. Tim did not expect us to survive that. So we're not supposed to fight the Watchmen because they're very powerful. And we just learned how crazy OP the Venator is, that we simply can't go up against, even at, like, if we had all our spell slots and whatnot.
You know, maybe we can do it.
And for environmental context, the sky has been blood red the entire time.
Yeah.
There has been no day. There has
Red
been no
moon.
night cycle. But it just started to rain for the first time.
I forgot about that.
Weeks.
Did it? Did you notice that? I don't remember
I didn't write that down. I'm gonna write it down on last week's
Yeah, it
notes.
started raining.
I didn't know that.
Specified.
I must have been so emotionally distraught that I didn't think
We
of
were
the rain.
stressed. The hot dad was named Ted. His name's Dan, right?
Yes, Dan.
Dan the man.
Dan Loran, the man with a minivan.
The man. That's how we remember him.
I'm going to forcibly take the 2 of you back to the House of Waffles if you keep this up.
I didn't do anything wrong.
You think it's a punishment?
It is a
For
punishment.
them, it is.
For me, it is.
Not for me necessarily. I'm kind of cool with it.
Jean-Claude hates House of Waffles.
I have a slight update about the podcast. It has been a week. The last episode is not up because my old computer decided to go into smoke, and I don't have any of the settings or the music or anything to do it with, and I could have manually just remade everything, but I'm supposed to be getting my data back any day now from the computer shop, and I've been waiting and waiting for the call, and they're not getting back to me yet. But ideally, I will have that soon, and then I can actually post the podcast for people.
Our YouTube is still going though, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So going strong. And you know what? If you pay $10 a fucking month for YouTube Red or Premium, what they call it, you could just treat it that like a podcast. Duh. Yeah, give money to YouTube.
More money
give money
to
to
corporations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Use that ad
baby.
blocker.
These
Late.
corporations make the world go round.
Late stage capitalism is what we love at Songwoven.
The money,
Alternatively,
the
if you want a true podcast listening experience, put us on video. Close your eyes.
And yes,
It's
Jack,
like
thank
we're
you.
right there with you.
Mm-hmm.
I already give you guys monthly try-miners.
Thank you for
so
that.
much.
Because I was so surprised when we did, like, it just came in the email one day with the Ko-fi, which we had hooked up, and we were like, totally forgot about that it existed.
Yeah.
And we're like, we need to put something on there probably. That would be a good idea.
Dragmire's like, I cook, I clean, I provide for this family, and you disrespect me like this?
I don't know if we will put the picture on there or anything.
I think we have the picture. We do not have a description. It is the generic description.
So thank you.
We're not a scam, we promise.
Depends on what you consider a scam.
That's
What if it comes out? Songwoven was a money laundering scheme? What if?
As head moderator, I would like
So
to
much
take this
money
time to
coming in
introduce
here.
our new cryptocurrency.
No!
Songwoven.io.
It's called Cloudcoin.
Oh!
If anyone's wondering about why this video in particular has millions of billions of views, it's because the lawyers have to scrounge through every single second of this video for the case.
We promise we won't
Here at
rug pull you.
Songwoven, we have
This time.
Cloudcoin.
All right, everyone. Are we ready? Fuck! Shut up! Shut up!
Why?
Are we ready for?
I'm in Spider-Man.
My character would cry right now if that's how we open the session.
Oh gosh, what's the weird little doll? The weird little doll's name again?
JJ.
JJ,
JJ.
he's not.
I hate that doll. I hate that doll.
That's the sound he's gonna make now.
JJ's gonna sing that song?
Yeah, it's gonna be like.
But hold on. If Jean-Claude voices JJ, it would go.
Cecilia version.
No more.
Cecilia's version of it.
All right.
I like the music.
Yeah, that was pretty for a second.
Sorry, it was too pretty.
You get no joy,
Oh,
players.
man.
No joy for you. We don't even
Sorry.
get nice
I'll
music.
turn this back on.
Oh yeah, I'm poisoned. I was wondering why I had disadvantage on my sheet toggled. I'm still
shit.
poisoned.
Yep, you are.
I gotta sleep to heal you.
I can heal myself, but I might not.
You don't need no man.
I only have 2 spell slots left.
All right, everyone. I've meditated. I've changed. It's time for the return.
We're ready.
Where's my weather? There it is.
What's the weather?
we gonna do anything?
And now, the weather.
Today you have a slight overcast with rain that we have not seen in 3 weeks. The
I have a great-
temperature-
Still red.
The moon is still red.
Waking up to ash and
Tonight's
Let's
gonna be a
stop that
night.
right now
Wow.
before anything gets copyrighted.
We're allowed to sing it
Don't
about-
for
piss
2
off
seconds.
Sony.
I'm about the same wavelength as a singer as the Imagine Dragons singer, so I think we will get copyrighted.
I also love that he takes off his top during shows now. Like, show it, my man. Let's fucking
go.
go.
Let's go.
That's a bard in action.
I don't have to imagine anything now.
I don't gotta imagine a thing, baby.
This is just dragons.
Let's go, baby.
All right, everyone.
Guess who's the ace folk on this stream right now?
Well, I get it, but why? Keep your shirt on.
3 buys and an ace walking to a bar.
Keep an eye out for our next series. 3B1A.
JT is just the babysitter.
I am the group babysitter.
All right.
Focusing.
Let me turn up the rain a little bit.
It needs to rain louder.
It needs to rain loud. God damn it.
Too loud.
That's loud rain. That's loud rain.
Too
Whoa,
loud.
thunder! Ah!
I imagine
Alright.
that Cecilia's going, ah.
3
Rain.
P's and an A sounds like a good report card. I'm sorry, that just killed me.
That was my report card for a while.
Rain. As the rain pitter-patters outside of your room, Delmar, you lay flat on your bed, hands crossed over your chest as you look up towards the ceiling. The dull to brighter tones of gray that encompass your room is something that you've been staring at for a while now. Today's a big day. And sleep has evaded you for a while now. But nothing can really keep down the nerves at the moment. All you can do is think, and think. Before you know it, you hear a knock on your door. And you're surprised for a moment. As you look over towards the clock, how did 3 hours just pass by so fast? Did they already come and get you? In your mind now, you know exactly who's standing out of your door right now. And you shouldn't keep them waiting.
Come in.
The door opens, and in walks a stout dwarven man, muscles up the neck. He has a rather jolly look about him. This is not the person you were expecting. Braided a nice long orange beard with 3 braids at the tip. Something that rivals even your luscious hair. And unlike the person you're expecting, he has a big smile on his face, and he's happy to see you.
Uncle.
He says, "Good morning, champ. Just ready for the big day?"
Never been more ready in my life.
That's Dalma, all right. He goes ahead and he just starts lighting. He starts lighting torches and stuff. He's getting every single possible light on in this room. He opens the window, and he just goes, "Good day for it too." Toribin Goldenrock, your uncle. Your uncle sounds fine. Your father's brother sounds weird. As he gets up and he starts like he gives you the look up and down. He just goes, "All right, your father was supposed to come and get you, but you got me." It looked like he was gonna throw a whole fit about coming here. He looked like he was a little bit upset about it. So I decided, I said, "Hey, why don't I go get him? I'll go ahead and get him all spiffied up, ready for presentation and all."
I appreciate it. My father is a very busy man. You should not be concerned with matters like this.
Matters like this. I wouldn't put yourself in a light like that.
A manhood test first running the entire set. I understand why he would be upset if he had to come.
Nephew. Just, we're gonna get you all polished up. Just because we gotta do something about this right here. He starts thumbing the bags under your eyes. I think if I do this...
Try all you want. They don't go away.
He licks his finger and he starts wiping it off. I think you look better already. Come on, take a bath. Get yourself all ready. Today's gonna be a good day. If you even show them how half the brilliance you got, then you're gonna be completely alright.
Thank you, Uncle.
Of course, champ. Yes, we're all rooting for you. You get ready. The moment comes, the moment all starts, as you're approaching the moment, it all starts coming to you. This is it. Your first start on this large part of your family's tradition. This big showing that you are going to be a proper golden rock. Bolder than the last. As you grab your pickaxe, a nice refined silver pickaxe from its little hanging on the wall, and strap it on your back. You come out towards the front of your house and you see your uncle. Upon seeing you all freshened up and all prim and proper, he becomes full. He does not hide his emotions very well. It's always very obvious when he's angry, when he's sad, when he's happy. You see it, filling him up to the brim like he's underwater. Happiness, pride. And he just goes, all right. Puts an arm around you. Okay, we're gonna huddle. He looks around like somebody's watching, and this is going to be like a
There's just two
very
of you.
sensitive. Yeah, there's just two of you. and he ducks. Just goes, don't want any of the mice to get any funny ideas. Says, all right. Says, who are you sponsoring on this trip again? Who are you bringing along? And you know this. It says you've been blasting it inside of your mind for a long time. The Evencrest family.
I am leading the Evencrest family down into our mine.
Yes, you are. Yes, but they're not just an Evencrest family. No, there's a whole bunch of them. What are all of their names? Galdris, Malcolm, Brom, Gramis, and Maeve Thal. A dad, a mother, and their sons.
Oh no! That doesn't sound good! That sounds like trauma.
Before you can answer, the front door opens, and you see Rayla, the gnome, the gnome. She's a servant of the house. She's got freckles in the front, and she's been a servant for about 2 years now. She bursts through the front doors. It's obvious that she's been fussing lately with how disheveled her hair is, the rain outside, and just goes, Master Dalmar, and he just goes, and you see your uncle just goes, yeah, you're not part of the You're not part of the huddle.
Uncle.
Just goes, respect the huddle, nephew. This is a family tradition. Says, Master Dalmar, we need you right away. Please come along.
We'll be right there.
No. They're waiting.
Hashtag me.
And you see your uncle just kind of slap you on the both sides of your cheeks real quick. And he just goes, hey, little man, you got this. Says, I got this on me. I got this on 3. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3.
I got this.
Yeah!
Can't with these two.
And he goes, all right, she looks like she's going to kill me. Go ahead. Come on, let's go. This way. Woo! And she starts walking like really fast, like looking at behind her. She is high strung at the moment. These days are huge. Things need to be, and typically, in the expectations, especially set during your father's reign over the set, expectations have never been higher. The expectation of performance is near perfect, and he has done a great job of letting everyone know this. You began to make your way out of Set's Golden Rock, of your home, traversing your way through the town of Intrepid, being led closely by Rayla. You view among the common people looks of knowing. In this town especially, it's mostly made up of common people, border guards, protecting this side of the mountain. With the heightened sort of like alerts coming from border disputes with the Lavalum dynasty. It's been a little bit tense these last few days. More people are within their houses. Guards have increased. No more of the local the familiar faces of the local guards, but military guards. The Kobold's banner. Guards flying on wyverns overhead. But it's raining today, so it looks like they're out. You're eventually led down. You're led down a mountain path where you see guards sort of like flanking each and every side. Two of them standing on high spires, with crossbows at the ready. They give you the nod, wordlessly allowing you to pass because they know how important this is for one of the most affluent houses within the entirety of the kingdom.
Jesus.
As you head on over to traversing sort of like the semi-treacherous landscape of the mountains, ready to reach that one cave that where you're to meet the Evencrest family. You keep your eyes out for any potential dangers. Monsters have been known to roam this place, but luckily you have your pickaxe in hand and the right know-how of these mountains. And eventually, you spot in the distance as you go through some rather narrow pathways on the mountain that eventually takes you off into relying on your inner compass. You see it, a small settlement of just a small accompaniment of tents that have taken shelter from the rain. You see a mother and a father, both enjoying a nice cup of coffee, laughing to themselves. Their pickaxes, mining equipment, all laid out across the camp. You see two brother dwarves, all wrestling one another, getting the blood flowing this morning. And you see another one closest to you, looking at the shine of a pickaxe, mirroring the look that you had that morning, when you looked in the mirror. Nervous, not knowing what the day ahead was going to hold. Rayla eventually looks at you. She lets out this huge sigh of relief. She just goes, "All right, Master Dalmar," says, "be on your way.
Thank you, Rayla.
Best of luck to you. And, your father." You see that she searches for something for a moment. He sends his best wishes.
That's the most I could ask of him.
Oh, do I smell daddy issues? No. Touch. A bit.
Just a hint.
A snack.
Welcome to Songwoven. We have
Songwoven!
little hint of daddy issues everywhere.
Just a gentle touch.
And there's
of
the new
daddy.
tagline for the show.
A touch of daddy issues.
I imagine,
Show now.
I imagine it's presented like, you know, with the Disney Channel wand. A touch.
I hate that. I love it.
My name is Jenny, and my character has daddy issues.
What about mine would be mommy issues.
Willa issues.
Mine
Anyways.
just has issues.
Mine just has.
My
And
name
then
is
JT with the
Delmar,
one,
and I
mine
have
just has issues.
Bum, bum, bum,
Bum,
bum.
bum.
My name is Tim Dontran. I have issues, and you're watching the Disney Channel.
If this gets striked by Disney, I swear.
All right.
They wish.
You see Rayla goes, I'm sorry. He's busy. But
I know he is.
I promise you, everyone is rooting for you. You had that little chant earlier with your uncle. Did that do anything for you?
Can we not bring that up in front of the Evercrest family? Uncle's a wild card. At the best of times.
He is. He worked really hard to get back into the family. After everything, but I am absolutely glad that he's back here and back in your life. And he has given me no endless amounts of stress. I should leave now.
I'm sure that they have work waiting for you back at the house.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure. Just
Thank you.
have a good day, Master Dalmar.
I will see you again when I return.
I will. And you will return. Just you. And, just kidding. She said that.
What?
She gets to walk away.
Shush.
She
Wait,
walks
wait,
away.
Wait, did she plan the
no.
murder of the family?
No.
Joking.
That was me,
Yeah, that
JP.
was Tim being Tim.
Oh, I was like, yo, that would suck balls if it actually wasn't Delmar's fault and it was her fault and she framed him.
Emma, I don't know how to tell you this. I was just being a dick.
He was, because he knows what's about to happen, and I do too.
Isn't there a meme interesting theory, Emma? Wrong or something like that?
That's a sound theory, Emma.
Uh-huh.
That's why I'll never leave this room.
So to
Oh my
clarify
God,
for chat, he is not a noble.
Oh, he's
He
not.
is the son of the leader of a very, very, very high-ranking mining family.
You're just rich.
Very rich.
Got it. So like no titles, more so just new money kind of deal.
No titles, more so his last name is a title.
Got it.
And it has expectations.
Very, very high expectations.
Right, even.
Golden Rock for a reason.
Gold whack.
Now, as you watch Rayla make her way through the brushes, she just goes, "Fuck!" As she just snags onto a branch. You hear, says, "Is that the golden rock?" You hear from the campsite. Looking over, you see Galdrus, looking at you, and Maythale, the mother and father of the group. They immediately like pour their coffee out. He just goes, "All right, boys, get ready, come on."
You need not be so formal. I'm not my father.
You're right, but you're still the golden rock.
And the Evercrests have helped our family for the longest time. You do not need to be so formal.
Right. Historically, that's been so. But if you're... looks over to the side and he just goes, "Malcolm, come on!" And you look over to everyone's like getting their equipment ready, but you see the young dwarf that's off to the side, the nervous looking one, seemingly hasn't stirred, and he just goes, "I'm sorry, this boy's nervous."
It's understandable.
And he just goes, "We'll join you." He says, "We'll join you in a second, Golden Rock. Just hope you don't mind. I still have to shake off the formality thing."
Not at all. I'll be at the entrance.
Of course.
Meet me when you're ready.
Of course. Yes, it's an honor.
It's my pleasure.
And he makes his way over to his son. As you make your way over towards the entrance of the cave, you look back to see the father. You see Galdrus wrap an arm around his son, and you see something that you would consider to be a rare sight. Maybe something that's rarer than the rarest ores and all of the caves in the mountains. You see a father in direct support of his son.
That's awful. That's awful. That's not a hint of daddy issues. That is full on daddy issues.
A gentle shit that got me.
As it should. That sucks.
A gentle urging. You can read the lips. No pressure. And the boy who is nervous, understandably so. This is going to be a dangerous dive after all. Slowly, his eyes lift up from the urging from his father. And you see that deep breath. The pat on the back from his father. And much like your uncle, you can read the lips. You see the father says, "You can do this." Cecilia, Jean-Claude, Dalmar, you trudge through the woods. Cecilia, you are in a horrid state at the moment. There is something. There's a burning within your body, a pain that, a pain that laces throughout every single every single flow of blood. It just inside of you, just a hot burning that you you feel like you know what it is, having researched medicine. You're poisoned. But you don't feel the clot of blood. There's no blood coming out of your nose. You're poisoned with not a terrible venom, but still a terrible state nonetheless. As you all trudge through the woods back towards camp, everyone hurt in multiple different ways. You make your way back with Lee and the party they were waiting before, and you notice that their numbers have died down a little bit, by 2. Lee himself nursing and wielding many injuries on his body. Eventually, you see as the rain comes down, Lee, one of the people in the group remarks, says, "Is rain? Is that normal? It hasn't rained the entire time." And another one goes, "Don't think about it right now. We need to get to safety."
Is the rain red?
The rain's just water.
Okay. I was like, is it raining blood or something fucked up?
That'd be really funny if it was. You know what? You're right. It's raining blood now.
No, it's not. No.
It's water. It's
Jean-Claude would have a temper tantrum.
This is the last thing I need.
This is the last thing I fucking need.
Eventually, you all get back towards camp. Seeing the luminescence of the fire and such in a distance. And as you get closer, you see that there has been folks. There are folks up and about drinking like armor, getting everything at the ready. And as they see you get closer, their expressions turn to just immediate concern, shock, and they take notice of the numbers, and they see it. Immediately, you hear. Immediately you hear, "What happened?" Because what happened? Says, "What happened in there?" What says? What happened? Says, "What happened to Rokthar?" Just all these questions aimed towards Lee. Lee just puts his hand up and goes. He turns around to the 3 of you and goes, "You should." Says, all of you go get some rest."
You're able to handle this, Lee?
He goes, "Yes. We should talk later." And you see one of the people you're traveling with, he just goes, "Fuck this! Fuck all of this! We all need to just pack up and go." And Lee just like, and the others who are most definitely injured are walking over towards the tent. Cecilia, you do take notice that as you're, as all this is starting to devolve into chaos, as Lee starts trying to be a diplomatic, you see that amongst the tent, amongst the injured in the tent, you see Dan Laron, who has been sitting there the whole time by the bed, by the young woman, and you see Kari sitting up now, looking directly at you. You see Dan's just talking to her, but Kari's just been looking at you the entire time, seemingly just looking. As you kind of like lock eyes with her for a moment, catching her staring, she just goes, that look of recognition. And her eyes just kind of like glaze away from you at that moment.
Yeah, she looks away awkwardly too. But then like thinking, like there's so much going on around. But I think she, like after a moment of being like the awkwardness, and then she'll just like, everyone freaking out and stuff, she'll go over to Kari.
You go over to Kari?
Yeah. And Dan.
Okay. Before we get into that,
Yeah.
Jean-Claude, Dalmar, is there anything the two of you are doing?
Dalmar's just going straight back to his tent. He's hurt, he's tired, he's on the verge of a mental breakdown, and he does not want to be around the others when it happens.
Oh. I think Jean-Claude thinks, like, I think as Delmar walks away, he goes to extend a hand to think, like, oh, I can help him, and then realizes, maybe later. So he'll just call out before Delmar gets into his tent, thank you.
He nods and looks inside.
And, I think he'll just keep an eye on Cecilia, because he knows that she's sick. He can't heal her, because he has no more lay on hands left. But maybe he'll go searching through his bags or something.
So, Jean-Claude, as you keep watching Cecilia makes her way over towards the tent. Dan, you see Dan Laurent just kind of like a little smirk is on his face as you walk over to Cecilia. He just kind of side mouths to Kari. I think she caught you looking. Kari just suddenly turns towards you. It's a fast turn too. Her eyes are sharp.
I just noticed you were awake, was all.
Just be careful. You're carrying something around. It's rather intense.
I can go then. I just wanted to see how you were feeling. Since you came in, I didn't know how well what I did worked.
Wait. Cecilia, right?
Mm-hmm.
You were the one who helped me.
She just nods a little bit.
She offers her hand to Dan for a second. Dan reaches into his coat, pulls out this small sort of like, it looks like a raw chunk of like some kind of clear stone, and it has a brass ring that encircles it. He hands it to her. She places her fingers delicately upon it, and you see that for a quick charge second, it's literally a split second. It just suddenly this huge charge is taken by the stone, and then as fast as it came up, it was gone. She brings her hand back, and she offers the hand towards you in a handshake motion. I want to give you my proper thanks.
She takes it. She shakes her hand, I mean.
Goes, that's my... as you take her hand, you see that there's a slight wince, but she firmly grips your hand anyways.
You don't have to. I can.
It's fine. I've been dealing with this ever since I was born. Says, I owe you a great deal.
Not at all. I'm glad it helped.
It's now that you see that her look is quite, and like the whole time you've seen her before, her eyes were closed. She was unconscious. She has an intense like red look in her eyes. Now that she's like up and about, like she has a really sharp look on her. She looks like someone that you would want to impress, and the way her stature is, and everything. And she just goes, "While you're here, can you explain everything that's been happening?"
Yeah. I just arrived yesterday, but from what I've gathered at Vrexen, all the automatons seemingly have gone rogue, so to speak. Several of them have turned on each other and people. Some of them seem to not be. But the situation is very dangerous, and the moon turned red when all of this happened.
She nods. And Dan just goes, "It was exactly like I just said." And she just goes, "Quiet." She goes quiet to Dan.
Yeah. She says, she kind of goes, but she's really curious, so she looks at him.
She goes, apparently my explanations are never enough. She says, "I want to get multiple viewpoints on the same situation, Dan, Loren."
She nods, looking between them.
Guys, it's already back. Where's that intense magic source coming from?
Maybe I should go.
Is this going to be a constant? What should... God, she rubs her temple. She just goes, where is that coming from?
Does she see Jean-Claude?
Yeah, can I hear any of this? 'Cause
Yeah.
I think he was trying to give them space for most of it, and then he sees Cecilia start to fidget and get uncomfortable, and then he'll immediately come striding over and he goes, "All right, young lady. Time to rest for you. Huh? You're sick."
Yes. Jean-Claude is right. You just had a spell of being befallen by some mysterious sickness.
Did I ever introduce myself to this man?
I think we did when I healed them.
Did he? Okay.
Yeah. If not, then they've heard your names around.
Jean-Claude forgot then for a moment, and he goes, "Yeah, yes. Indeed, comrade, indeed. So, I fear we must be retiring for the evening, but glad to see you awake and well," he indicates to the woman.
Has this been going on even before I returned? I mean, since you've awoken here?
None of this. What do you mean exactly? My sudden fainting spell, or?
I mean, you said it's a reaction to something powerful.
My sensitivity to magic.
Is she like Delmar? Is she like a wild mage sorcerer or something?
Exactly.
Did I get it?
That's a sound theory, Emma.
Damn it!
That must never leave this room.
Just because if it is me, I mean, well, probably my bag, and the magic, there's magic stuff in the bag, is all. But also,
In your bag.
I think that
Oh,
Be
I think
careful.
Jean-Claude starts to catch on. Yes. Apheus, one of our most potent forms of magic, resides in that bag.
Apheus?
Yes.
In the bag.
In the bag.
And Dan Laurent just goes, the lady here will express her proper thanks whenever she is at the full capacity to. And she just goes, do not speak for me, Dan.
Oh,
just
Jesus.
just very sharp. And he immediately quiets. He goes, my apologies. I didn't mean to be so toward. But I have an endless thanks to offer to you, Cecilia. And she looks towards the town, and she just goes, my destination was Vrexen. But seeing the state that it's in, it seems like it's not in a state that is willing to take tourists at the moment. Do you know how we stop it? Anyone? I have asked around. And apparently it was you who had the idea.
I do have an idea. I think I know how to stop it. It's just getting to it is another problem in itself. I think this is being caused by a shard of the moon. And we know it's deep within the city. Back where most of the watchmen who guard the city are. In the arcane ambit.
And I take it you don't have a way to get towards the ambit yet.
We couldn't even get to the citadel.
We killed one watchman. Apparently nobody had done that before.
But we were no match for.
I can lend my aid. Dan Loren says, of course I will accompany you. Good. She goes, I have Dimension Door if that helps in any way.
Does she know what that spell is by chance?
It's up to you. You could say that you've possibly looked it up. Maybe Domira would have talked about it.
That's what I was thinking. That could actually be really helpful. But it's still very dangerous in there, and if you do have an aversion to magic and the like, moon shards, they're like the embodiment of wild magic.
Yes. All I must do is discharge myself from time to time using a chunk of residuum. I will be fine. As long as it brings all of this to an end, I'm willing to suffer some amount of discomfort. I am capable of holding myself to a high degree, and Dan Loran here is a very capable fighter.
That would be a great help. It really would.
However, I do think some rest is needed. seeing the both of you, are in quite a terrible state. You, looking at Cecilia, your blood is screaming right now. At the very moment, so I think rest is definitely in line for you, and so is for my lady.
My.
Sorry, that's just what my friend in the ethereal plane is saying.
What?
What?
You see Kari just like rubs her temple. And you see Dan's taking enjoyment of this. He has a little smirk on his face. He got a storm warning, so he'll be right back.
Oh
no!
Fun.
Kari says, well, feel free to expound on it. Says, don't take enjoyment in the confusement you laid down, Dan. And he just goes, all right. I have a friend who fights with me. Her name is Adeline, and she is within the ethereal plane. And I interact with her in many unique different ways. And she told me that your blood is screaming. And he smiles. He has a little smirk on his face. You see his 5 o'clock shadow. Like he's having fun.
He talks to voices, Cecilia.
What?
He talks to voices.
Oh. Jeez. The ethereal plane's just basically layered over ours, right?
Yes. Very basically. And that's where all the fun things, such as ghosts, are located.
So
Adeline is a very special ghost that's tethered to me.
Adeline? That's weird.
Yeah, here, I'll spell it out in the stream chat.
Sounds like a horror movie in the
Oh,
making.
Cross my old L now. Respell it.
The ghost Adeline.
Daniel just goes, she doesn't like that I'm talking about her right now, but she's a part of this introduction.
So she can see us. Should I say hi? Can she? Hi?
She said, Jean-Claude's like,
You're talking to the voice.
Well, I don't hear a voice, so I'm not.
In his head.
His eyes turned for a second. And then he just goes, do you want to introduce yourself?
what the fuck?
And you see a spectral hand appears,
Jean-Claude screams.
gives a wave, and as Jean-Claude screams, it's you see the flinch, and it disappears.
Oh.
Goes, now that we had our theatrics, he goes, I will endeavor to see the end of this night, whatever this is, and I will put my talents towards that end.
Our main concern now, I think, in the city, as far as defenses goes, are an automaton we encountered. The Watchmen themselves are very strong, but we encountered something called the Venator, and it seems to be able to hunt people when they go into the city. And it hunts the other robots as well. It was really strange. It was like it knew things about us and was trying to take them on and understand them in some way, it seemed like.
The Red Moon, I believe, once it is, I don't know what to say it, but I think most of our problems will end when this ends. And then he kind of looks at Cecilia and then looks back. We have heard of Red Moon causing chaos before.
I'm aware of this as well. This is something familiar that I have seen in books before. But to witness the phenomenon for the first time... Where I'm from, this is not a common occurrence, but it has been a historical one.
Where are you from?
The Level Up dynasty.
Isn't Atheist from there?
Yes. Yes. I'm from
Are we gonna
Quarterpacks
have to go there?
specifically. She goes, and you know Quarterpacks is the capital city of the Level Up dynasty.
Are we gonna have to go there?
Probably.
Adventure
Technically,
time!
I technically think there's a way we can go to a different place instead of Lavalum, but the Lavalum dynasty is more direct.
It is split. You either go to the Level Up dynasty or you go through our home, which is where John Claude's old home is.
To Lavalum it is!
What was the name of the city again, Timmy?
Quarterpacks. I'll type it in the Roll 20 chat.
Quarterpacks. Unplugged.
Would you choose unplugged?
Quarterpacks
Yeah, like packs
unplugged.
unplugged.
Wait, I'm sorry. There's gotta be a convention there now.
That's where the tabletop gaming.
What the fuck is up with all these nerds? Cecilia,
This big city in the desert, they have nothing else to do.
So close, like, I can't stand them. Stop explaining to me about dice rolling.
Oh gosh, Jean-Claude just hates TTRPGs.
He will be Al Neckbeard's nightmares.
Oh, no.
You
Oh,
get
so
along great. He already smells like mushrooms.
Yes, I did shower. Thank you for asking.
It's just the scent lingers in the fur.
The mushroom. The mushroom.
All right. She goes, I'm from Quarterpacks in the Level Up dynasty. She goes, this event's called the Blood Red Moon. Because other than that, not much is known about it. Yes. Other than the fact that it's happened thousands of years ago. That's all I know for certain, but I've only heard about it. Now,
See.
tell me the next time you venture into town, me and Dan Laurent will accompany you.
Even thinking of going back into the town, I think Jean-Claude's a little, yeah, that is something to, yep.
We need a better plan.
Yeah. We should take our time.
Can you simply bring us within vicinity of the
You
ambit?
should not, you shouldn't go alone. We will go with you.
And
did
I
not
think
plan that.
I think the second we enter back in, that automaton's going to continue hunting us.
Dan goes, as long as I'm with you, I'll make sure no extraneous harm comes your way.
Jean-Claude, who has just endured, right, the horrors of inside the walls, just goes, thank you.
He just goes, trust me, my words rather good. I am a knight, after all.
And Jean-Claude, shoulders back, stands up a little straighter.
He doesn't have armor on. He's just a guy like in a suit, basically, in like formal clothing.
This is us men in these positions of responsibility. I could see that in you, Dan. I could see that greatness bubbling in within you. And, perhaps you'll be able to tap into that potential.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Thanks, John. And if it's worth anything, Adeline says that you're very tense right now and that your hip bone is about to pop. Pop.
He goes, the jokes, Adelaide.
We should go rest, probably, but thank you. We will gladly take the help.
Denloran gives a hand over his chest, and he gives you like a gentle like nod, like he's very formal, respectful. Kari, however, gives you a very just like sharp, like everything about her has been like sharp so far. She gives you a nod. She just goes, rest well, and thank you once more. And because I don't think I've described her yet, and the chat told me to because
We're interested in things now.
I would also like a spa day / beach episode.
Yes,
before we
beach
go back
episode.
into the fucking
I want all the
town.
NPCs. I want all of them.
Oh, you know how people have like spa rocks they put in your back? The moon shards can act like that.
Just drag a fucking moon shard down your back. That sounded like some Caleb from Critical Role shit right there.
Oh god, you would. So, like he put rose petals and moon shards
in his fucking skin. Ooh.
She's a young woman. Like you can maybe assume like around Cecilia's age, actually.
Oh.
She's a fair skin, lilac hair with a little streak of black on the front. She wears she also wears formal clothing. Nothing like uncommon from what you see from like students who go to like really high like magical academies. Like you can already tell from her formality, her mannerisms, the way she dresses that she's used to like high formal society. And from what Dan Loren has said about her traveling here and wishing to see the school, like there's some things to be assumed, but he is a knight that is in her service, so there's something there. But yeah, she wears light beige clothing, and she has like a little I forgot what she has a cashmere sort of like checkered not checkered, but like a red scarf around her.
Cute fit.
She's like, I'm in the wrong game. I should be in like
I should be in a farming
academia.
sim. Dark Academia farming sim.
Let's do it.
She was supposed to be for Tangled Blessings.
I do not like it. I do not like this. I think it doesn't have robots in it. I want to go back to the weird ass cat.
Send me back to my weird
demon.
ass academy.
The cat demon. That's a coach, I guess.
Oh God, Coach.
Coach.
Hey. Oh my God! I miss those two. Coach the bobcat.
And the two of you leave their presence for a moment. Kari looks at you, specifically Cecilia, as you walk away. Her eyes are just have naturally been intense, and looks like she looks a bit longer than she's supposed to. Before leaving towards Dan.
She looks like she's lived a bit longer than she's supposed to.
Looked.
She looks like she has a habit of looking at people a bit longer than she's
I
supposed
thought
to.
it was like she's like undead too. I'm like, Jesus.
Random throw-in.
I was like, what the fuck?
All right. Real quick. Let me roll something.
Oh, do you guys know whatever happened with my number thing I had?
That's really nice that you ask. Because
I have it written down.
Are you fucking kidding me? Is that exactly what you're doing?
When was the last time I wrote it down?
Okay.
Oh, 17. It was at 17.
Now it's at 36.
Yeah. What does that mean?
It's at 36 now, but nothing for Jean-Claude James. That's for the player to know. So you guys walk away. You Jean-Claude Cecilia.
How did I go from 17 to 36?
Probably like some kind of trauma counter or
D100
something.
time.
Is it a D100? I don't know. Okay. I'm putting it on my sheet. 36, whatever that means.
What's with that face, Tim?
Jenny's also doing it.
Can the two of you just stop?
Stress level 17 to 36. I wish it was that.
Probably not.
All right. The two of you walk away, hearing the commotion in the distance. You just goes, "You keep marching us back in there." He says, "For what? Saving who? There's no one else in there."
Oh boy.
And Lee just goes, "There's children. There are people." Says, "There are people still within the confines of that city. You can go ahead and leave, but I'm going to keep making my way in there." They're just arguing in the back.
That reminds me, though.
Say something?
Did the dwarven woman and her baby get out?
You haven't seen that. You have to ask around.
Hey!
JT's face is broken.
What? You haven't seen?
You make it always worse for me. Come on.
I said you have. I'm
just haven't
telling the
checked yet.
truth. She hasn't checked. She doesn't know.
Okay. I feel like even though it's not my place, I should approach the conversation. Who's he talking to again? He's talking to a dwarven man who's very, very upset.
It's not a dwarven man. It's a rather a rather wiry, like older human man who also is like wearing cuts and such right now. And they're in it. They're in an argument, like surrounded by a circle of people.
And his name is, what's the leader's Ben?
Lee.
Dan?
Lee.
Do it had 3 letters. I think Jean-Claude will gently, he's gonna have to, gently push through the crowd, and just say, "We will be going back in. You don't.
The two of them look at you.
You don't have to worry about sending in anyone here." And he gestures to the group.
And you see, Lee seems like assured by you for a second. And before that, you see the older man just goes, "And who are you?"
"I'm a guard, sir."
He says, "Listen, I'm going to go ahead and do you a favor." He says, "Don't put yourself back in there again." He says, "All this man is going to do," pointing at Lee, "is that he's going to take from you." And Lee just goes, "Bennett, I didn't." Says, "You can." Says, "You can leave. I'm not stopping you. I'm not stopping you from leaving. I'm not forcing anyone to stay here." And Bennett, you see Bennett just goes, says 2 more people died in there. Says because of you. Says because of this strange like savior complex that you have. He goes, fuck this, fuck you. Says everyone here needs to leave. This is hopeless.
We know how to stop it.
We killed a watchman. And there are still people in there. We saw some.
Are they worth dying for? We don't even know these people.
You don't have to. You have done so much, my friend. There is nothing wrong with resting. Let others take up the fight.
Make a persuasion check.
Why do I feel like I'm gonna roll low?
Knowing your luck?
25.
Ooh.
25. A sigh leaves him as you are talking him down. His disjointed anger, his tantrum. You see that your words do get to him. His shoulders kind of like lower. He just goes, Bennett, I owe you a kingdom. Thank you for everything you've done. He goes, you have helped me save so many people. I owe my life to you. He goes, if you want to leave, so be it. He goes, you have put in an incredible amount of fight that no one else has. Bennett looks back towards you, Jean-Claude. Goes, you. Groven Guard, right?
Correct.
What's someone like you doing all the way out here?
I'm helping a friend. And he looks to Cecilia. And now, we are helping you.
I'm gonna gives another one last look at Lee, dip back towards you, and just goes, all right, I'm gonna go rest. And just walks away. Another person steps in and just goes, I also can't go back in there. I can't do it, Lee. I can't.
Thank you for your service. And he genuinely means it.
Walks away. When you say that, there's like, he's so tired, he's so drained, but you, so maybe any acknowledgement would be big at the moment. He does like give you a nod. That's it. That's all these interactions have been in this camp. People being so tired that the only thing they can do is nod. But with that genuine thank you, he takes it, and he walks away. People wordlessly begin to disband as Lee just kind of unbuckles his armor, and he looks at you, Jean-Claude, and he goes, you didn't have to do that, but thank you. Genuinely.
Of course I did. People are tired. They are scared. Now is more the time than ever to help each other up, no? And he looks at Cecilia and goes, and send others to bed who are sick.
I was going.
Cecilia!
You go towards your tent.
She was gonna wait for him, but
he's dad glaring.
You need rest too.
I will be right in.
She'll go then.
You make your way away towards your tent. Lee just kind of chuckles at that. Goodness. I wish I had you weeks before this. It's nice to have someone who was a captain.
I really wasn't.
Well, you could have fooled me.
Thank you. I just want to let you know. We are going to do everything in our power to stop this. But if push comes to shove, and he gestures to the tent where Cecilia is, she is my responsibility. And I have to put her first. I hope you can understand.
Of course. That is no problem. I realize I'm asking... It's a rather large ask. And I understand you might be persuaded by some sense of duty and whatnot, but this is a very tumultuous time and an extremely unusual circumstance. As I stated before, going in there with her, there's this overlying, just incredible sense of danger.
Well,
and
don't worry
I'm not
too
even
much.
sure if it can be stopped.
We won't know unless we try. And there. And he puts an arm on, puts a hand on his shoulder, shakes him a little and goes, can you imagine the songs that will be sung about you by the bard? They might be upset now, but just you wait. They'll be singing your heroics for years to come.
I have a rather easy name for songs,
Indeed you do.
There's something poetic about, there's something lyrical about Jean-Claude, I think, as well.
No, please do not put that name in a song.
There is no one that we can more laud than the great
See, Lee is a lot easier to... No, I hate that. No, hear me out. Who will be the one to set us free? Why, none other than the revolutionary Lee. I told you. No, do not question my artistic mind.
Were you a bard once? That was fantastic.
You see, he physically shuddered.
He was leading into that, Emma.
Oh, sorry.
No! About, please! Music and stories? Me? No, I have a real job. It's really real.
I believe you, but why do you say it like you're lying?
Good night, Lee.
Wait. 1 second.
As he fucking turns and goes.
Wait. I was gonna save one bottle for my my friend Delmar and the other one for myself, but I figured you can share in the spoils as well. Reaches into the bag and he pulls out this bottle of this amber clear liquid. You can tell what that is. That's whiskey.
Oh, fuck yeah. He was gonna say, let Delmar have it, but when he sees it whiskey, he goes, fuck that kid, mine too.
He's like, I even brought my whiskey to the stream.
I drank that.
He just goes, here. Call it a hunch, but you look like you can really pound down a drink.
I know. I just have that debonair constitution about me. Taps his beer gut gently. Takes the bottle.
Wouldn't use the word debonair, but...
Suave.
There we go.
Personable.
Yeah. Chutzpah.
Sexy.
Machismic.
What? What
Oh,
the
boy.
fuck are these words? As he's just sipping from the bottle.
You sip it? Oh, this is good.
Oh, fuck yeah, my
It
man.
is smooth. The vanilla is strong.
Woohoo! I love it.
And he just goes, have a good rest. We're going to have a long one before we venture back in. I'm going to have to draft up some plans again.
Let us be there, if you don't mind. We have a bit of an intimate details for some sections of the city.
Of course.
And we most certainly need to have more of a strategy this time.
And you didn't make it to the theater, correct?
No, I'm sorry.
No, that's good. If the children are there, then that means that they're still there. The bad news would be if you actually went there and they're not.
I trust Kefir.
All right. Rest well.
Good night, Lee.
Take a point of inspiration for inspiring a fellow guard.
Oh,
Yeah.
let's fucking go! Parks and Rec, baby.
Let's go.
Helps to be a park ranger. Am I right, guys?
Barely a park ranger, more like part of a neighborhood watch.
It is more like a neighborhood watch.
Yeah, Schrodinger's children. Thank you, Dragmire.
Oh, no. Listen, as long as we get Shut the Moon down, we can go to any theater. But Moon gotta be shut down first.
Theater episode.
The theater, not another theater episode.
Which goes so well for Timmy, historically speaking.
Some of Timmy's best sessions have been in theaters. Like, historically. It's been some pretty good theater sessions.
I can't wait.
He doesn't tend to roll well.
He's gonna kill you all.
He's gonna kill me specifically for continually saying it.
I will ascend through my roof and then fly into your place, and then I will explode.
Like to see you try, buddy.
Yeah, I'd also like to see that, I guess.
I'd also like to see me try.
I would also like to gain the power of flight and also self-combustion to commit to this bit.
That'd be dope. Not the self-combustion, because we love you, Tim.
But I'll survive. And
I'm like
JT will
Gale,
too.
but built different.
I'm.
I eat shoes, but for fun, not out of necessity.
Oh, Jesus. No.
Jesus has nothing to do with this. Okay. Anyways.
Jeebus ain't here now.
You make your way. Oh wait, Uncle. Does anyone have anything to do? Yeah.
I do.
Go ahead.
I had an idea when she gets back to the tent. She had this idea when talking to Kari, but she said that historically they knew about a blood moon. I don't think I've asked about the blood moon with the saddlebag with the legend lore spell. I've asked about the moon, but I haven't done the blood moon. So I'm going to cast legend lore. And the subject is the blood moon.
I love the legend lores that we get.
I know, I haven't done it for a bit. They're really good.
As you hold the saddlebag and the eyes begin to glow, suddenly the saddlebag leaps from your hand and floats in the air. The bag opens itself up, and you hear a voice goes, "Now, what plane of existence are we in at the moment? This is a little new."
Oh, hi Thaddeus.
Hello. Oh goodness, that's just very good to hear. My name being said.
No!
In a gentle greeting.
Oh no!
Oh, are people very angry at you a lot?
No. Well,
Oh, no!
one person, yes.
Is it me?
Oh no.
Oh, okay.
you would know if it was you.
I was like, I don't think Jean-Claude's been mean to this.
You're welcome to talk to me anytime. We're still on the material plane, I think.
That's not true. Of course I don't want to be
Shit!
I don't wish to contradict you if you do believe that you're on the material plane. Maybe my
Where the fuck are we?
Wait. We were just... I thought we were. I don't know how we would get somewhere else if we...
Just my apologies if I've offended you in any way. I don't.
No,
mean
where are we?
Do you know what plane it is?
Where are we?
I apologize. I am not certain. Which is very rare of me.
We're in the fucking Feywild, I swear to Christ.
The saddlebag as well is not very... surprisingly not knowing of where you are at the moment as well. But you asked about the blood red moon.
Mm-hmm.
Says, I will allow that to process in a moment. But I do have to just touch bases with you real quick, Cecilia. Your journey has taken you to strange places. Normally in my checklist of things to do, I am accounting for a young person's journey and their casual ascent, but going by historical patterns. You traveling to another plane of existence, very different. Are you sure you're within your league?
We just came to the city and then the sky turned red. And apparently it's been like that for a bit here. Did the whole city get moved to another plane and anyone who just walks near goes to another plane? Is that even possible?
It says tears within the fabric of the planes. Anomalies. Says it's not unheard of. There's another specific area within the world where something like this is actually rather commonplace.
Really?
Yes. But as to why it happened here, that is another question to ponder over most deeply. Well, I'm going to ponder on that question, and hopefully, you will endeavor to find your way and prevent this situation. And of course, I have magical items in tow in great stock for you if you ever wish to buy any. And now I will allow the legend lore to do its thing. By the way, it was great talking to you. You have been the most pleasant conversation partner in thousands and thousands of years.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I mean, then maybe we should talk more sometime.
Truly.
That was a kind of brief conversation.
Oh.
Tim, where are
sorry,
we?
I thought it was forever. So I didn't mean to take up much more of your time.
Oh, no, not at all.
Oh, sorry.
No, you don't have to. I'm happy to talk.
Oh. My apologies. Okay.
You don't have to apologize.
I'm deeply sorry. The Xandrelor, please, saddlebag. The saddlebag shuts, and the eyes continue to light up. And as you look into the eyes, it will tell you. Let me look at the spell again.
Xandrelor.
Brief summary of the significant lore about the thing you named. The lore might consist of current tales, forgotten stories, or even secret lore that has never been widely known. Shit. If the thing you named isn't of legendary importance, you get no information. The more information you already have about the thing, the more precise and detailed the information you receive is. But it might be couched in figurative language. For example, if you have a mysterious magic axe on hand... right. I'm just going to read this so I can think about what to do. Everyone's saying, where are we in chat?
Where are we?
Where did you send my city, Tim?
You can't just drop. We're not on the material plane. Can't be like, oh, y'all aren't on the material plane. Anyway, that question you asked, the fuck?
Let's see. Ohio.
It's not the ethereal plane. Because we
It's
know
not-
the guy's got his friend on the ethereal plane.
Is it the Feywild? Is that why my counter keeps going up?
The Shadowfell.
Oh, I didn't even think of all those
Maybe.
ones. Hells? If they exist.
I'm thinking of the ones that are like parallel to ours, though. You know, like
Which would be what?
the Shadowfell, the Feywild,
Right.
ethereal plane. But we know it's not the ethereal plane.
Maybe it's Shadowfell instead of Feywild.
Cecilia. Your mind begins to flash with memory, where before you had like a summary that was like an informative summary given to you. This one, you might be because of the nature, due to the nature of this. Give me a wisdom saving throw.
What? What?
Wisdom
What?
save. Do I have
What?
disadvantage on saving throws
For
from
reading
poison?
a book?
Give me one sec. I think
Poisoned
I
feature?
think it's just ability checks, but I'm gonna check. It's a disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks. So
Okay.
yeah,
Not saving throws.
normal saving throw.
I rolled a 10. I rolled a nat 2.
Oh, God,
I have plus
that's
8
bad.
to my wisdom
That's bad.
save.
That's not good. That's not good. Oh, no!
It gets a little more tense when all the music's getting cleared.
I dropped my phone on the ground when I picked up my notes.
It's all falling apart.
I can't reach
Why
it
are you
because I'm
doing
really high.
this? Come on, Tim.
This is the fucking story.
You're
like,
playing a
yeah.
game! He's like, you signed up for this!
What the fuck?
Yeah.
The story goes on in a video game, and did you like, oh, another cutscene, more exposition of
fair-
the story I'm partaking in.
To be fair, I do that sometimes.
Yeah, Tim, I skipped half the cutscenes in Yakuza 0.
That's okay. Yeah, they're long.
Cutscenes
They are,
the
and
best
I'm joking.
part.
You will get that information later. Don't worry. They take 5 minutes to say the thing that takes 5 seconds.
I
With the
barely played that
acting.
game, and the majority of the hours I have are cutscenes.
For the acting.
All right. Cecilia, your mind flashes for a moment. And you don't gain an understanding. You don't gain an immediate understanding of some aspect of the thing you asked for. Instead, You look instead the scene just flashes in front of you. You stand under a blood red moon, looking around you. You're surrounded by desert. As you're surrounded by desert, the Legend Lord lets you know where this is. This is the Lavalum dynasty.
What?
As you see the blood red moon shines bright in the sky, it looks exactly the same as it was. It looks exactly the same as it was now. You see gargoyles flying about. You hear screeches in the distance, gargoyles, much like the ones that you fought before, like they were aiming towards you specifically. You see a distant town, sand erected in the desert, sand bricks and such, with a small oasis near it. Fighting. You see explosions in the distance, some sort of fighting, projectiles being thrown. And you see a figure in the sky. A skeletal a skeletal figure of a sort of like a slim make. Says the Legend Lord tells you that it's female. It tells you that it's a lich.
Is it Aphius's wife?
You see it looking up towards the moon, and it holds its hand up towards it. And as it does, she takes her hand full of lightning, full of electricity, and she drags a line across the ground, destroying gargoyles. She's fighting the monsters. The legend lore unscrambles in your mind. It's moving fast as you look towards this skeletal figure. It's trying to decode who it is. And before it shifts, you get a strange resolve answer from that. Aphius?
Mm-hmm. I was right.
Aphius himself.
Wait, Aphius is a woman?
We shift.
What?
A forest around you.
Can we fuck up his pronouns? Their pronouns?
A familiar, another. Even though these are unfamiliar places, there is some sense of familiarity here, like you're being anchored to these sightings in some way because you're familiar with some aspect of them. You see, looking up towards the sky, you see people floating up towards the blood red moon. People from your village.
Oh.
A figure, this presence, this alien-like presence, tendrils, tendrils waving in the air. It looks much like exactly like the thing that was within that little realm where you saw Sylvie was hiding from. Mm. The hag was making offerings to it.
No.
That's when you see someone runs through you, behind you. Sword in hand, clutching an injured arm. Intrepid, rushing right into it. It's Delmira. She rushes forward, sword in hand. just like right towards the scene, going right towards this strange figure that's floating within the frame of the blood red moon. And you remember what Kari said about there being sightings in the Level Up dynasty. In other places, you remember what Thaddeus says, that there were tears within the fabric of the plains. The legend lore, finally in this moment of clarity, goes, seemingly just tells you the blood red moon is older than the moon itself. Goes, it has been slowly awakening the past few years. Goes, Saloon is waning in her efforts to prevent this. And that's it. You are shunted back.
She just kind of sits there, stunned for a bit. She peeks outside the tent to see if Jean-Claude's still all tied up with things.
Wouldn't I have been coming back by now?
Yes. But you guys aren't staying in the same tent, right?
Are we? Or are we not?
Yeah, you have two separate tents.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Then she'll see him walking to his tent, which I assume is close to her.
Yeah.
She just shuts it again for now. But like it's just like kind of like it's a lot. She will tell him, but I think she's thinking, I'm not going to go approach him about it yet.
This is the stressful music.
They're sitting there thinking for a moment. Your eyes feel uncomfortable for a moment. You have to rub them. It's like sand in your eyes. There's a bit of a fuzz in your brain. You've looked at that moon for a bit now.
Oh.
But you're okay. You think.
Ah!
She reaches into the bag thinking to pull out the moon shards and then thinks and goes, no, she's not gonna do it.
Yay!
Do you open the bag?
No!
Yeah, she put her hand in the bag.
You put your hand in the bag? Okay.
No!
You feel a warmth. Tempting. You hear, let us out, let us out.
No!
She shuts it because of last time. The last time she held them, it was bad. But she'll take her holy symbol and she uses her last 3rd level spell, Unless I get it back. I don't. I rolled a 32. She casts Sending on Delmira and says, please don't question why. I only have one message today. Can you please tell me everything you know about the Red Moon? I love you.
Hello, Pedigree.
I don't know much about it. It's what was happening when they took Dad. There was this big aberration. It almost took everyone. It was surreal. And that's 25 words.
Okay. That's all she can cast without using the moon shards. JT shaking his head.
Listen, I'm proud of her for not going to use them as her first instinct. That's progress.
Purely because of last night, what happened last night for her.
Because they fucking talked to her.
Mm-hmm. But she'll just... I think she'll just sit there and think about it for a while.
Okay. Jean-Claude, Dalmar, are we doing anything? Okay. Dalmar, you hear a slight pat against your tent flap. Knock, knock. Your flap's not wood, so you can't really knock against it. Oh, you have your little pole here.
Oh my god.
Knock, knock.
What?
Oh, is it really
That's not the best time.
Is it okay if I talk to you? I understand you went through a lot, so you don't have to.
It's all right.
A little finger hooks around the tent flap, and you see Luann pop her head in. She walks in. You see her. Her eyes are. They're always grasping for information, but she's entirely focused on like your face at the moment. She comes in and sits behind you. She's gentle. She's moving very slowly, acknowledging like the heaviness of the situation. Somebody ran by earlier. There's this dwarf woman with a baby.
Hey! Delay.
One of the people who already wanted to leave just took her and on a horse and just went away from this place.
That's good that they made it out.
You knew about it then?
I lied to her and told her it was safe for her to try and leave.
Well, she believed in it, and
She didn't believe me. She believed in something I'm no longer allowed to use.
I don't know about you, Dalmar, but she's alive now, believing in you. That baby's gonna grow up to have just like a future, which is a pretty important thing to have.
There are people who won't because of what I've done in the past.
No,
There are.
you can't do that to yourself.
There are.
I don't know much about your past, Dalmar. But I know about what you're doing now. There are so many people, tiny, big, small, that are still walking around, breathing, and enjoying the world because of you. Because they believe in who you are at this moment that you exist. I mean, I believed in you this entire time, and I haven't been burnt by it yet. I'm sorry if I'm not making things better, but you just haven't gotten to hear thank you from anyone. And I know the weeks have been really tough on you. More on you than anyone else here. I've just been at camp just sipping at bean juice and making potions. So thank you. That's what I'm trying to say.
I appreciate that. And he breaks.
What does that mean?
Full crying, full sobbing break.
Buddy!
You, as the tears begin to flow, as everything shatters, you, as your hands meet your face, as this undeniable wave of just grief falls over you, you are completely focused. You're completely focused on yourself. Completely taken by what coulds and what have beens. Your mind is so enraptured by what broke the dam in the first place that in this miserable moment you have just become a pile. It felt like an hour, but it could have been 5 minutes. But you feel a gentle hand placed on your shoulder. It's very apprehensive at first. It feels if it's the first touch is like, is it alright if I can touch? And if you don't jerk away, it will completely place itself onto your shoulder. And then eventually it turns into a hug. And if you want, that will be your night. Anything from you, Jean-Claude?
No.
Okay.
I just want to go to sleep because this is sad.
Unless there's something I should know.
Borrow my nightcap, quick.
Right.
Before long rest, Cecilia, give me one moment here.
She's wearing her nightcap this time.
Yeah, I know. This is not it. Give me 1 second.
No more Father Scarecrow bullshit.
What if yes, Father Scarecrow bullshit?
I hate him!
I'm gonna pick up my phone off the ground. Well, I'm gonna try.
I believe in you.
Cecilia, inform everyone in the audience what your passive perception is.
Really freaking high.
How high?
22.
22, baby.
Right now, because you were poisoned,
It's the disadvantage, so
It's a
it's minus 5.
it's a 17.
What does that mean?
Well, technically, this lasts for 4 hours. So if it's been more than 4 hours by the time this happens.
What is that dice? Put that away.
It has been more than 4 hours. I'll give you that now.
Yes.
Fuck.
I remembered. I rolled the max. I rolled 4 hours.
I typically roll in front of everyone, but for this specific roll, I am going to have to roll in private.
So we don't look.
Cover
just-
the eyes.
Sit there in silence. I'm
No,
sorry.
sit there in silence.
Sit in solemn silence on a dull,
Dark. What was it? To sit in solemn silence on a dull, dark
dark dock.
dock in the middle
Oh, I don't know the rest of it.
of a winter with the something, something, something. Does, Jean-Claude has alert, but she does not. Don't look, only peek.
What'd you roll, Timmy?
What does this mean? I don't
Cecilia,
They're all really good or bad.
What? I don't like that tone.
you awake. Your eyes suddenly flutter awake. The pain and the soreness has kind of like kept in your body, but the poison's gone. A little bit of the heat is still there from before. As you awake, you've definitely slept. You could feel the haze in your brain. You see you see the tent flap of your tent midway, like open, like the bottom of it is being lifted up and opened by an unseen force.
What the fuck?
Invisible?
Yes.
I haven't long rested yet, right?
Not yet.
Shoot it.
I shouldn't do this. I know I shouldn't do this because I don't have any spell slots.
Just throw something. Shoot it.
I cast see
Scream.
invisibility.
God damn it.
Oh, but let me roll D100. And I get my spell slot, so I'm not out of spell slots. Because I rolled an 87.
Who the fuck is being invisible and dumb as fuck right now?
As you suddenly take a small sprinkling of powdered silver, just rub it on your face. Your eyes glow with an arcane ambulance. I don't know the word.
Glasses.
I said ambulance. Your eyes close with arcane, and your heart skips a beat.
Is it?
In front
Is
of
it?
you. In front of you. Holding the tent flap up, like her face her face like a kind of like she's sort of like grimacing at herself right now, seeing that you're awake. A face that you did not expect to see. Here of all places. You see that a little bit of translucence in her face. Delmira.
Delmira?
And that is where we're going to end today's session.
That's how we're gonna get back in, baby!
Delmira's here.
Isn't
What?
she level 10?
I'll go ahead and just dispel the confusion now. Astral projection.
Oh.
It's all coming together now.
She was like, why is she asking about the red moon?
She's talking about.
Everyone, go ahead and take a long rest here, just so
Oh,
you can get that ready.
Thank you.
Do we know what plane we're on? I want to know.
You're on the one that you're on.
I don't like it.
Him?
I don't like the red moon transports us to another plane. That doesn't bode well.
It would make sense for it to be the Feywild then, though, now that, because we saw it in the Feywild in my vision that one time.
And that's gonna make Jean-Claude so angry. Don't tell him.
Delmar's not gonna be happy either. He doesn't like magic, and he got put in the Feywild. Come on, man.
Why was she invisible in my tent, though?
Well, okay, that could easily be talked about. Oh, so you remember the beginning? She was invisible because she was just trying to sneak up on you. This is another thing of like, oh yeah, there's a bunch of strangers here, and I want to get to my sister.
Okay.
Just dispelling any confusion, but hey.
Hey, Delmira, help us.
Dragmire says, and level up.
Speaking of level up, advanced 5th edition level up.
Welcome to Advanced 5e!
Amazing!
Playing Level Up A5e means you level up every session, right? Because it's in the name.
Oh my god, you're right! Yay!
Just like how in Dungeons and Dragons, there's a dungeon and a dragon every session.
Oh goodness, you are incorrect.
I think we emotionally level up.
Seen in Dungeons and Dragons.
Are we? Can we emotionally level up?
No.
I think we can. I think there are a lot of big emotions this session.
Yeah, we all need grief counseling.
Oh, Dalmar, when he broke it was
That sucked.
broke me.
He's just a little
I'm not playing him to be a happy character. I'm just not.
He's just a little guy.
Tim, who's the archfey? I don't know.
Well, we only know the bad. We only know the not so. We know the Unseelie Court, who Jean-Claude's not a fan of, and a hag, who are all Fey, who took Sylvie. So don't tell him we're in the Feywild if you find out. Otherwise, it's gonna be a problem. Is that our closing music?
Not enough?
We look.
We're not done.
I'm just kidding. We're done.
I mean, Dragmire did say an extra 40 minutes.
No, no.
40
I'm
minutes.
sorry, no. That is not going to be a channel points thing.
Imagine. Oh gosh.
Play, fools! Play!
Like Ludwig's stream where people just kept adding on time.
This is not a subathon.
Play!
Just like, I want to investigate the door.
We're exhausted.
Yeah,
That. We're like, I guess I swing my
you
sword.
Investigate the door and it has hinges. And, yeah.
That would be us playing. Okay, well, we have many new things afoot. And next week we're off because it's the end of the month, right?
Next week is off. Hey, December, we got 3 games coming right at you. But it's going to be the last 2 weeks that we're not going to have Songwoven because one Sunday is going to fall on Christmas Eve and another one's going to fall on New Year's Eve.
Merry Chrysler.
No, we are not doing a subathon, chat.
Oh,
we might one day.
One day.
What is a subathon? Do we get sandwiches?
No.
Ah.
Every sub you get extends the stream longer.
Oh, God.
Like, maybe one day.
We have to eat a lot of sandwiches then for that.
One day, when this pays enough
We
to
should
make me
play
not have an
Tangle
office job.
Blessings.
We should.
Oh, yes.
Extend the depression game.
Redeem the subathon? What?
It's bad enough
I
already
definitely-
outside of the game. Don't make it worse for me in game.
I can definitely see us doing something like that for charity sometime.
Absolutely.
Oh!
But yeah, Timmy and I and JT have played for 24 hours before.
I fell
And,
asleep 16 hours in.
But Timmy did, okay, so Timmy and I did it, and our friends would pop in, we'd play different games, depending on who showed up throughout the thing. It was fun. We'd always just did it, like, we always said, yeah, 24-hour game. And so we finally did it, and then he did it with JT 2 days later.
Yeah.
So, he was out, and so we don't really do the 24 hours.
And is out
my
of convention
why.
for a
And now
month.
everyone scolds me whenever I bring it up, and I want to do it again. And even
Oh
though it
my
kills
Y
me,
says,
basically.
how about a Christmas PvP stream?
You guys want to lose?
I won't be near my computer around that time.
We
We
could
can
always do one-
pre-record.
Yeah, we could pre-record or do something, before or after the holidays. I have been meaning to run a horror one-shot based off of Hallmark movies.
I'm in. I hate Hallmark
But
movies.
I
I'm
do
in.
too,
Yes.
but it's dark, so maybe not.
Yes.
That would be fun.
Yes.
Emma, you know why? One of the reasons I really don't like Hallmark?
What?
They're based out of Kansas City.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that why they're... So I knew, like, about the Crown Center and stuff, but
Hallmark
I didn't know they were
owns
based
Crown
in...
Center.
I didn't I mean, I knew it was, like sponsored, at least, because of the name. I didn't
They own
realize
it.
that it was, like, they owned it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if y'all want dark fucking holiday shit and tropes
Yes.
from the Hallmark movies subverted on its head, I could do that.
I'm a little embarrassed here. I have to go look up a Hallmark.
I'm just
less
a
you know, the better.
businesswoman coming back home for the holidays.
Yes.
My
Meets the
stocks
man
are
who wears
down.
nothing but flannels and cuts down Christmas trees for a living.
Yes. Chucky's a holiday character, right? That's exactly
What
the theme.
fuck?
I can never
all-
make things.
They're all the same. No matter which one you watch, it's always the same plot.
Big city girl comes back home for the holidays, runs into man who either has a child and or is an uncle to a child. Either way, child. Themes of Christianity slipped in. Then the film then girl from city has either lawyer boyfriend or materialistic boyfriend that comes then over and then tries to convince her to come back to the city. But then the girl realizes it's the power of Christmas and hometown magic that makes her want to give up all of her shit that she's worked for to stay there and settle down with Flannel Man.
We will have a romantic Christmas
Evil.
horseback riding and whatever. I've seen too many of these. There's like too many different ones. They're all getting
Inconvenient
blended together in my
snowfall.
head. There was one with a puppy.
I feel like I've seen this. I feel like I've seen some of these, but I don't know any of them. But I feel like I
What?
know the tropes.
Why does the new Twitch the new Twitch chat things banned very gay.
What?
That is not.
Nuh-uh.
We're all very gay here.
Fuck
like,
that.
Yes,
I have to
and
add
what are the
permitted terms.
Absolutely. Dragmire, like it's always like the friend, but they don't ever say it, but it's just there. I can't with Hallmark, so that's why I want to make it evil.
Hallmark can write a non-romantic interest.
I have to look at the tropes, but I think my character has run over grandma. Like not with rain doors, but like with a car by accident. I think that's the start of my foundation of whatever my character's gonna be.
My Hallmark movie, Rover.
Oh yeah, I hit. It says life comes at you hard.
Timmy.
Dad got into a car accident with Santa Claus, and
like, yeah, this stupid.
Except it wasn't Santa Claus. It was Krampus, and now Krampus is mad.
Starts with a tragedy.
Krampus put me in a light bulb, and now I'm flummoxed. This is gonna make all my stocks go down.
Oh, you're just big business.
Hey, it says, hey, Elon Musk, I want a short Christmas.
Elon Musk
Let's
can't even
talk
launch his own
business.
rockets right now.
Santa sleigh.
Slay as in
night.
slay people or slay as in
both.
It could be both. It could be both. I want all the queer characters to have a win.
When Emma busts out her Santa voice, it's gonna be the biggest. It's gonna be the most dramatic reveal. Hey,
Who is the villain is the question. Who is it? You'll have to find out.
The corporation of Hallmark.
the
Capitalism
villain is
is
the Hallmark Corporation.
All right.
Always the corporations.
A little bit shorter than usual game today, folks. But we'll come
That's
back
what
at.
happened. It's all trauma.
It was fun trauma, though. It was good trauma. It was good trauma. I enjoyed trauma.
Jenny goes.
What?
It's just a sentence.
No.
It was good trauma, though.
That should not be words that go together, Timmy.
You guys love the trauma. High five.
That's right.
Thank you, JT.
That's
Anyway.
why we call him Trauma Timmy.
Oh no!
What? What was that?
No.
What was that? What'd you say?
No.
Trauma Timmy.
Trauma, Timmy, Titty. Oh, TT. Fuck me.
It's the return of trauma, Timmy.
Trouble Timmy. I'd say Trouble Timmy.
Trouble. Timmy
Trouble
with
Timmy.
trouble.
All right.
Timmy with trouble.
Fucking trauma, Timmy. Timmy. This stream needs to end.
And on that note, I
This
think we're gonna
needs to
close
end.
off the night.
It needs to end.
Good night.
Goodbye,
This is
everybody.
over.
See you in 2 weeks.
All right, everyone. We'll
Bye.
see you next time. Whoa.
Bye. Bye. End the stream.
End it already.
End it.
We'll see you next time.
Timmy.